Good evening and welcome to our concert tonight. It's so good that you've been able to join us here. We're just so happy to see everyone this evening. This is the third Sunday of Advent where we celebrate joy. And it's such a joy to be able to gather together in this way. I'm Lindsay Moan, and I'm joined this evening by my friend Lauren Calvert. And we're really looking forward to this evening's entertainment. A couple of notes before we get started. If you are on the Zoom, your mics will remain muted during the concert, but feel free to type any messages you'd like in the chat. And if you have any technical difficulties, then pop those into the chat as well, and someone will reach out and help you out. There are going to be some words on the screen for when we get to the Christmas carols if you'd like to sing along. But again, your mics will remain muted because that gets a little bit crazy when everyone starts singing at once.
Welcome, everyone. It's such a joy to be sharing this evening with you and with Lindsay. And thank you for welcoming us into your home. In the hour that's before us, there will be a chance for you to hear greetings from congregations, communities of faith, and ministries right across our United Church region. We'll have a special visit from our good friend Jim Temperd. But most of this evening is going to be the music of Advent. Music provided to us by the Sacred Sounds Worship Band. And if there's a distance between us tonight, well, that distance is just going to be filled with our friendship and our love and the Spirit of our God. On this Sunday, when most of us have lit the candle of joy in our congregational gatherings, we hope that tonight brings you a real sense of joy and a real sense of the Christmas spirit. We hope that our joy, in fact, may be full.
The title of our evening is called So That Our Joy May Be Complete. And we wanted to share with you that that comes from Scripture. It's from the second book of John. And it seemed like a fitting title for an event happening during these pandemic times when we are separated by large distances. John writes, "Although I have much to write to you, I would rather not use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to come to you and talk with you face to face, so that your joy may be complete." And at this time, when we are longing to be with each other, we are able to communicate in this way and imagine that one day we will be able to gather again together. Now I'd like to introduce the band Sacred Sounds as they share with us their first song.
Thanks so much, Sacred Sounds. That's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to hear much more from Sacred Sounds over the course of the next hour. I hope you're comfortable at home, and we're hoping that the transmission is working out well for you wherever you are in this region. I think Lindsay is going to be able to give us a pretty good idea how many of us, in fact, are involved tonight with this Advent concert. Lindsay.
We're really pleased that there are over 600 people that bought tickets to this evening's event. Now, some of you are on the Zoom and able to chat with each other in there, and some are watching on YouTube, and I believe there's a chat function on there as well. So we're just so excited that this many people were able to come together and celebrate Advent together this evening.
Our main goal for the evening, of course, was just to gather and to celebrate with Advent music, the kind of thing we would ordinarily do in carol festivals or the traditional Christmas concerts. Our main goal is just to celebrate the music of Advent and share that kind of joy. But we've also been able to nicely raise a little money for the ministries and the congregations and the communities of faith in our region. For your ticket purchase and for your donations, thank you so much. And Lindsay, we've been able to raise over $7,000 for the ministries and the communities of faith in our region. Your donation will be directed to that ministry or that community of faith that you have wanted it directed to. So thank you so very, very much. And now I understand we're going to have some greetings and hear from some of those communities of faith.
Merry Christmas from Calvary United Church.
Hi there, everybody. Happy holidays from our place to yours.
Blessings and season's greetings. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
From the Gainsborough Caryville Pastoral Charge, we wish you a blessed Advent and a Merry Christmas.
So, good morning to Living Skies region. So that our joy may be made complete, we'd like to send our greetings from Minto United Church in Moose Jaw. So 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas region for Living Skies region.
Well, right about this time of year is Christmas pageant season, and today at our church we had the opportunity to watch an amazing virtual Christmas pageant. Lots of virtual Christmas pageants happening this year for the first time ever. And we also shared some stories about Christmas pageants past, where things maybe didn't go quite as planned. Stories about the baby Jesus getting chucked out of the manger and other babies climbing into the manger, all kinds of chaos. Lauren, do you have a favorite Christmas pageant story?
Lindsay, I do have a favorite, it's my favorite. It has to be my favorite of the Christmas pageants. It was 1976 in the beautiful little church of St. Andrew's United in Rosthern, Saskatchewan. And it was our Christmas concert in the sanctuary. And the highlight of the Christmas concert was to be the nativity scene, the Christmas pageant. And we had enrolled all of the youngest members of our Sunday school in the pageant. My responsibility, my role as the student minister from St. Andrews was to read with all due solemnity the gospel passages appropriate. First came the little shepherds with their bath towels around their heads and their headbands and their little cardboard staffs. And they dutifully took their place beside the cardboard sheep with the cotton batten on it. Then in their turn came the Magi, resplendent in their little house coats, each with a tinfoil hat and bearing gifts of Avon products for the baby Jesus. And then flew in the heavenly host. The angels came with their tinsel wings and their tinsel halos. And one of the angels, her task was to carry the Star of the East. And so a star was mounted on a wand, and she was to hold it high above the manger. And then it came to pass in those days that Caesar Augustus sent out a decree that all the world should be taxed. And as I read those words, Mary and Joseph took their place in the stable. Mary carrying the little baby doll, Jesus. And as instructed, she laid baby Jesus in the manger, and Joseph took his position just behind Mary. Now, I don't know what it is that possessed Joseph. Maybe it was just curiosity. But Joseph decided he would attempt to pluck the eyelashes off of the baby Jesus. And he began that task. And some maternal instinct in Mary told him to stop it. It had no effect on Joseph. And so Mary reached out and grabbed Joseph's hand, which seemed to make Joseph pull on those eyelashes even harder. Now, watching from above was the angel holding the star. And witnessing this happening below, that angel took that star and started to smack Joseph in the head with the star. To which Joseph reacted by standing, pushing back, and tipping the manger over, and sure enough, baby Jesus was on the floor. Now, peace was only restored in St. Andrew's Church by the arrival of the RCMP. Joseph's father was a member of the Rosthern detachment of the RCMP. He left his place in the second pew, entered the stable scene, and restored order. Then we began to sing, "Silent night, holy night, all is calm, and all is bright." I'll never forget that little manger scene. It wasn't exactly what the teachers had hoped for. It wasn't your Hallmark card nativity scene. But it's often not peaceful when God enters our world. I'll never forget that nativity scene. And tonight I'm just wondering where's the curious Joseph, and where's Mother Mary, and where is that avenging angel? It's a great memory.
It sounds like a wonderful scene, and there's something about the telling of the story that even if things go terribly wrong, it manages to bring some joy to the hearts of everyone who is watching. So I'm sure that one will be remembered forever. I I wanted to take a moment this evening to introduce the band that I've been pleased to work with for many years now, Sacred Sounds. We have Celeste Delahaye playing the piano. She does an amazing job. And Tamara Ferguson heads up organizing the band for us. And we have singers Melissa Wilson, Keith Johnson, Jennifer Reed, Lisa Bryant. And I'm so glad that they were able to work on this together with us this year. We've got some more greetings coming to you from some more congregations now.
Greetings to you, friends of Living Skies Regional Council. We send our warmest greetings to you as we look forward to Christmas, as we gather together virtually to seek love and justice in the world as we journey in this Advent season. Peace from Grosvenor Park United Church in Saskatoon.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas from Riverbend Integrated Community Ministries from the heart of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas!
Greetings from Knox United in Lanigan, Saskatchewan. Christmas wishes. The background is our Christmas tree decorated with ornaments with every member of the congregation's name and family on each ornament. We also honor our deceased with a special blue ribbon on their ornament. Blessings from Knox United in Lanigan.
All right, so Merry Christmas from all of us at St. Andrew's United in Moose Jaw. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Oh, we're cute. Oh, there we go.
My name is Vicki Nelson, and I'm the Executive Director at Lumsden Beach Camp. Advent is a season of anticipation and uncertainty, and boy, do we find ourselves in a world full of uncertainty right now. From the entire leadership team at Lumsden Beach Camp, my Advent wish for you is to find comfort and joy during this season. Blessings.
Chord. 3, 2, 1. Happy Advent.
Happy Advent.
Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas from Mayfair United Church.
United Church.
So after I speak shortly, we will all say Merry Christmas waving our hands, okay? Hello friends in the Living Skies Regional Council. We'd like to extend to each of you our warm and joyous greetings from the Grace United Church in Meadow Lake. We hope and pray that you all stay well and have a Merry Christmas. Now all together, Merry Christmas! Thank you.
Very good.
Merry Christmas from Westminster United Church in Humboldt.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. From Quill Plains Pastoral Charge at Quill Lake United Church this morning. Merry Christmas.
I wanted to take a moment to say a few thank yous. This production wouldn't have been possible without many hands who have come together to make it happen. I especially want to say thank you to Sherry Udy of Faith Productions. She's here with us this evening recording and has put in a lot of work with the editing and putting everything together that you see tonight. So thank you, Sherry. Another thank you also to Mayfair United Church for hosting us in their beautiful fireside room. And I know it took some extra effort to get the fireplace burning this week, but it's up and running and keeping us very toasty warm right now. A special thank you to Grace Westminster United Church, who hosted the worship band for recording there in their beautiful sanctuary, and to Daryl, Cam, and Shannon, who helped us out with that. And finally, I want to thank the tech team who have given themselves the acronym ZEST, the Zoom Essential Support Team. And that is Tracy, Heather, Julie, Jennifer, and Jamie. Thank you so much for your work tonight.
I want to add just one further word of thanks, and that's to Kent Moen. If we had a producer for this event, it would be Kent Moen. It was his dream, it was his vision, his idea. He has done so much of the production work. He pulled us all together. He did most, if not all, of the promotion. Kent deserves a huge thanks from all of us for this evening's concert. And if you happen to be on the chat lines, just give a shout out and a thanks to Kent for all of us. And now I want to introduce a real friend. The Reverend Jim Tenford is minister of St. Andrew's United Church in Moose Jaw. And because we're living closer to Moose Jaw again, I can tell you that Jim is much appreciated by the congregation of St. Andrew's, as I know he is much appreciated across the region. But I can also tell you, because of his leadership and involvements in the community of Moose Jaw, he is very much appreciated by that community. And he happens to be a heck of a good storyteller. And so please welcome our good friend and colleague, Jim Tenford.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Come on in. I have to admit, though, this isn't done yet. I know it was supposed to be done today, and it will be. I'm just putting on the last of the finish, but it's not quite there. If you can wait around just a little bit. You just would not believe the week I have had. It has been amazing. Well, Ash, I'm not really sure I should tell you what's been going on. You might think I've kind of lost my mind. Well, I guess we have been friends a long time, haven't we? I can trust you. You can't tell anyone, because if this got out, lives could be on the line. So really, not a word. I guess maybe I should tell you a little bit about my background, because apparently that's important to this story. You might not have known this, but I have some pretty famous relatives. Yeah, you know King Solomon, the wise, the one who built the temple. Yeah, he's one of my ancestors. And then, of course, there's his father, King David, and then you go back even farther than that, and there's Ruth, and you go back farther than that, and there's Abraham and Sarah. I have some pretty famous relatives. The conversations that we have on holidays around the dinner table, kind of amazing. Although I got to tell you, the conversations once King David comes up, not really all that favorable. Seems that he was a little bit of a cad. But anyways, none of that makes any difference, really. At least to the life I lead. I'm just a poor carpenter. And when I go to the town square in the morning to try and find work for the day, nobody cares that I'm a descendant of King David. They just want to know that I can put a shelf on the wall, do it cheap and quick, and have it not fall down the next day. But really, with all of that, the poverty, the constant work, the stress, I'm kind of amazed that anybody was willing to marry me, because that also has something to do with this story. Did you know that I'm betrothed? Yeah, Mary that just lives down the street from you? Yeah, our parents had that arranged long time ago. So just about 8 months ago, we were betrothed. No, I haven't really gotten to know her yet. I didn't know her before the betrothal, and I haven't been allowed to be alone with her yet. I'm not going to be allowed until we're fully married, and that's going to be another 3 months, 4 days, and 5 hours. It's a long wait. But anyways, you can understand my surprise then when just the other day she showed up at my house without a chaperone, alone. That's just not allowed. But there she was, and she was crying. She was obviously really upset. I didn't know what to do. You know how I am around crying women. So I invited her in. And you would not believe the story that she told me. She told me that, well, again, not a word. She told me she's pregnant. Right off the bat, I didn't know what to think. I was confused, I was angry, I was embarrassed, and then, of course, well, you know, she's already starting to show. The women around her home are going to notice, so already the word's probably gotten out. This could ruin me. You know, people are going to start talking, oh, that Joseph, look at the mess he got into. His honor's going to be shot. There's no way that he's going to be able to do business around here anymore. So I don't know what to do. And then I'm thinking about how this is going to my business. And then I see that Mary is still crying. She just has this desperate look on her face. And of course, I can understand why. If I don't go through with this marriage and she's pregnant, the odds of her ever getting married again are slim to none. Her family might banish her as well, just to try and save some of their honor. And then her life would be over just as well as if we still had stonings under the rule of Rome. So I didn't know what to do. Actually, I kind of did know what to do. I kind of decided right there that I was going to just very quietly divorce Mary, let her go on her way, go back to my own life, and hopefully nobody would ask too many questions. But I couldn't bear to tell her. She just looked so upset. So I said, Mary, look, give me a couple of days. I'll think about it. I'll come and see you when I've decided what we're going to do. And so she went home. Well, that night I couldn't sleep. As you can understand, I was kind of upset. But when I did finally got to sleep, I had this dream, and it seemed like so much more than a dream. I don't know how to describe it, but it just seemed real. And in this dream, an angel came to talk to me. Yeah, really, like an angel. Great big wings, fiery sword. First thing he said was, "Be not afraid." Well, so much for that, because he actually looked really ticked off. He was muttering to himself about the stupidity of men and the stupidity of their honor, putting honor before the needs of women. And then he says to me, he looks at me and he points this great big fiery glowing finger at me and says, when a woman comes to you in trouble and she tells you a story, no matter how strange it is, you listen to her. You take her words seriously. So fine. The angel goes on to say that Mary has gotten pregnant in an unusual way. And I'm not even going to get into that. I don't even want to talk about that because I don't understand it between what Mary said and what the angel said. I'm just leaving that alone. But the angel said that this child is going to be important. And that I shouldn't get too caught up on the little tiny details of how she got pregnant, who the father is, all of that stuff. I should just focus on the big picture, that this child is going to be known to God in a way that no other child has ever been. That this child is actually going to be the one that was promised, by the prophets, saying, a son will be born to us, a Savior given to us. Yeah, that one. Apparently, the angel says that this is that child. I know it sounds crazy. And I told you, don't tell a word until I get this all worked out. But anyways, this child is supposed to be the one to lead all people to salvation. The one who is going to bring peace to the land so we never have to learn war again. So what am I to think? Well, even in the dream, I was getting kind of concerned because then the angel says that this is going to get tough. That there are going to be some people that aren't going to believe that this child is really the one that was promised. that there's going to be these people who want to silence this child when he grows up to be a man. People are going to want to kill this child. And even far, far centuries into the future, there's going to be lots and lots of people who claim to be following the words of this child, but in reality, they're just following their own gods of wealth and power. So I don't know what to think. The angel's still looking at me expectantly, thinking I'm going to say something really profound and honorable, but I don't know what to say. So the angel says to me, look, this means a lot to the world, but for this to happen, you're going to have to be the first. So I say, the first to what? And the angel says, you have to be the first one to believe. Believe in this child. Believe that God knows what God's doing. Believe that God is within this child and will mean this much to the world. And you have to believe Mary. Well, the next morning I woke up, still confused. I was in a cold sweat lying there in bed, but I ran off and I saw Mary and I said, I believe you. I love you. We're going to work this out together. We're going to raise this child and hopefully everything works out okay. Well, she was thrilled. Well, as thrilled as she could be given the amount of trouble that she had already been in, but at least she was reassured that she wasn't going to be alone. So that's kind of the story. Of course, the drama didn't stop there. After that, I find out the next day that we have to go to Bethlehem to register for the Roman taxation. Why on earth am I having to go all the way to Bethlehem? I don't have any money. I don't have anything to pay the taxes with, but can't disobey the Roman Empire. Life would get pretty hard if they found out I wasn't registering. So tomorrow we're off. So I'm glad that this stool is ready today, because I have to go away with a pregnant wife. I borrowed a donkey all the way to Bethlehem. And I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. Of course, I have relatives there. They're going to help out. They've already promised us that if the baby is born while we're there, we're going to get the best place in the barn. They're going to reserve for us a beautiful new feeding trough. Oh, can you imagine how that's going to be for a little baby? Nice, soft, fresh hay, all the warmth of the animals gathered around. Couldn't really wish for anything more than that, could we? But we'll see what happens. Now, this is ready for you. You can take this home. But again, not a word to anybody, okay? This is going to be a challenge enough. You're just going to have to trust me. The way I trusted God, the way I trusted that angel, the way I'm trusting Mary. Really, that's what this story is all about. And you're a part of it now because you've heard it. This is all about trust.
Merry Christmas from the South Saskatchewan Hospital Chaplaincy. My name is Lorna King, and I'm the United Church Chaplain at Hospitals and Hospice in Regina. Patients and their families can ask hospital staff to be in touch to request a visit. Ministers and congregations could also be in touch. May we all have a joy-filled Christmas as we continue apart, so that when we gather together again, no one will be missing. Merry Christmas.
On behalf of the community, staff, and faculty of St. Andrew's College, I bring you greetings during this Advent season. I pray that during these times of challenge and concern, you are able to see hope and prepare for the waiting of the arrival of new possibilities and new birth. And very Merry Christmas. Blessings.
To the communities of Living Skies Regional Council, from
us here at Knox Metropolitan United Church in downtown Regina on Treaty 4 territory. May grace and peace be with you this Advent season.
Hello, my name is Mitchell Anderson. I'm the lead minister serving here at St. Paul's United Church in Saskatoon, and I just want to wish all of our sisters, brothers, and relatives in Christ throughout Living Skies a joyful concert as we reflect on our theme, so that our joy may be complete. Throughout this Advent season, we're preparing to celebrate when Jesus came long ago, preparing to celebrate the day that he will come again to bring justice and peace, and may joy be with you this day and always.
This is Rosetown United Church congregation on the first Sunday in Advent. Hopefully I have my sound up. Here we go. Merry Christmas, Living Skies.
Advent blessings to everyone. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for sharing your generosity with the United Church ministries and congregations throughout Living Skies Regional Council. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and whether your family is near or far, may you hold them in your hearts and celebrate the true joy of Christ's birth this season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and don't forget to wear a mask. Over your nose.
for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel. A child prays for peace on earth, and she's calling out from a sea of hurt. Oh come, Emmanuel. And can you hear the angels singing, glory to the light of the world, glory, the light of the world, it is here. The drought breaks with the tears of a mother. A baby's cry is the sound of love. Come down, Emmanuel. Here's the song for the suffering. Here's Messiah, the Prince of Peace has come. He has come, Emmanuel. Glory to the light of the world. 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 For all who wait, for all who hunger, for all who pray, for all who wonder, behold your King, behold Messiah, Emmanuel, Emmanuel. Glory to the light of the world. Glory to the light of the world. The world waits for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel.
I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's attended tonight for your patience and for your willingness to give this a shot. We've all been learning so many new skills and new technologies over these past few months that it, takes a bit of trust and a bit of willingness to try things out. So thank you. We will have the concert posted on YouTube following this evening's performance. So if you'd like to watch it again, or if you want to share it with others, it will be up there and available.
With Lindsay, I just want to repeat thanks for joining us. Thanks for welcoming us into your hearts and homes. And it just strikes me that next Advent, 2021, when things we hope will be back to a more natural and normal state, we might just want to do this again. Thank you, and a Merry Christmas to every one of you.
This Christmas, I wish for you light to crumple up the darkness.
This Christmas, I wish for you love to pull us closer to one another.
This Christmas, I wish for you peace, the same the angels sang.
And this Christmas, I wish for you starlight to follow on your way home.
This Christmas, I wish for you promise, to keep hope alive for you.
This Christmas, I wish for you God, newly born and in the flesh.
This Christmas, I wish for you Jesus Christ, born this night, light of the world.